All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Yeezy 450 Resin. But before we get into that, do me a huge favor by dropping a like on the video and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm kind of excited to get this one in hand because it's my first pair of 450s. You know, I haven't had any luck hitting on any of these shoes, the cloud white, the dark slates, but now I have the Resin. So here we have it. The box. You've got your typical cardboard box, but this box right here is about, I don't know, about half the size really of the normal Yeezy boxes. So you got a slim box there with 450 on the top, and that's pretty much it there. And you've got your size tag information right here on that side, and I picked this up in a US men's size 10, and I'll get into the sizing a little bit later. So I picked these up off of the Adidas Confirmed app. You know, like I've been saying, the Confirmed app has been good to me this week, so I was happy to grab this pair. Now, I gotta be 100% honest, I wasn't a super fan. I'm still not a big fan of the 450 in general. The whole look of the shoe kind of takes some getting used to, I gotta be honest. But yeah, let's go ahead and open this up. I did notice something a little different here. Once you open it, you've got this kind of like little sticker on it that says Made in Germany there. Hopefully you all can see that. All right. So that's something different. I just wanted to show you that. All right. And here we have it. Close this up here. We've got the Yeezy 450 in the Resin colorway. All right. There you go. It's a wild shoe. I know, you know. Do me a favor. Comment down below and let me know how you feel about this shoe. I'm curious to know if you guys picked it up. Do you like the 450? Just want to know what you guys' first thoughts are about this shoe. All right. Let me see here. I'm going to use, well, let's be fine. Tags in the way. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the review. So on the upper, you've got this, I believe it's prime knit. So the entire shoe is that resin color, which is kind of like a light, it's an olive looking green, but it's a little bit lighter than that. And in some of the videos online, I wasn't a fan of this shoe as far as the color goes, but I think the color looks better in hand. But I think the camera's gonna pick it up pretty accurately for you. So there you have it. So you got that, obviously, like I mentioned, that knit all over the upper there, and around the ankle collar, you've got a bit of like elastic there so you can kind of get your foot into it. All right, and I guess the obvious thing about this shoe is the sole. You've got these kind of, it's like a claw or teeth kind of running up the side that holds your foot in. And, you know, when I saw like images online and reviews of this shoe, I was just kind of like, my first thought was like, how does this feel on your feet? And I'll get a little bit more into that later when I talk about sizing, but I'll just say that like, you don't feel these like claws or teeth as much as you would think you would when you put it on your foot. And like I said, I'll talk about that later. But let's go ahead and take a look at the toe box area. You get a better look there of that knit pattern. And as you move up from there, you've got these kind of rope laces in that resin color as well. All right. And obviously there's no real tongue on the shoe. You just kind of got that elastic piece around the top, around the ankle collar. All right. Okay. And let's take a look at the actual medial side of the shoe here. Same thing. Obviously, as far as the colorway on this shoe is very simple. It's just a wild design for this entire shoe. I just want to get you guys as many looks as I can of this shoe. If you're planning on picking it up, you know, let me know if you guys actually grabbed them from the Confirmed app. All right. So that's pretty much it there. Now taking a look at the heel of the shoe. There's not a whole lot of prime knit there, but you can see the outsole kind of wrapping up there. And then you've got that bulky kind of midsole that comes up there with the claws. And you've got more of that kind of knit pattern as well. Again, all in that resin colorway. So just one color all over this shoe. All right. Okay, now let's take a look at the outsole. Now this is kind of, you know, it shocked me when I saw it because I wasn't really quite sure what it looked like. But you've got this kind of resin color outsole, but it's slightly translucent, and you've got an Adidas symbol right here at the toe. You can see that there. All right. So there's another look at the outsole. Okay, so something different, and it's kind of like you've got these, like, obviously those ridges there, but as you can see, these kind of lumps are in the shoe as well. And that's something else that I was kind of curious about as far as the fit. But when you put it on foot, you don't feel it as much. I mean, you can feel it kind of gripping the ground, but it's not as pronounced when you're walking, at least when I tried them on. I haven't worn them all day or anything, but you don't feel it as much as you think you would. Okay, so that'll be it there. Let's see the insole here. I'm not gonna take it out, but it's a resin insole with gray Adidas Yeezy Ortholite branding. I'm not gonna pull that out, but it's there, trust me. All right, now that'll be about all for the Yeezy 450 in the resin colorway. Before we get into the on feet, I always like to give you all my final thoughts on the shoe. Now, as far as this being a must pick up, I'm gonna say my first thought would be no, but I'm happy to add it to the collection only because it's my first 450. Like I said, and I'll probably hang on to it just for that simple reason. And I was able to grab them for retail. Now, I don't really know what they're going for in the aftermarket. My guess is like probably retail, maybe a little bit over, nothing crazy. But I didn't really look at that, but just glad to have them in hand. So my opinion is a must pick up, no, but if you're a collector, you're able to grab them, go ahead and do it. Now, as for the sizing. Sizing was something that I was always curious about with this shoe because, you know, a lot of people said they fit so tight and, you know, the claws around here fit so tight on your foot and blah, blah, blah. And my guess is that they probably got the wrong size. So what I did, I think Adidas, I think it might have recommended at least a half size up. I don't remember. But through watching a lot of videos and everything, I went a full size up. And I'll say this, at a full size up, I usually wear, like in my Yeezy 350s, a 9.5. And I feel like this shoe at a size 10 fits like a 9.5. So it kind of fits like a half size small in my opinion. So for example, I always like to show you, like my true size is a 9. This is a size 10. The tip of my toe is probably right there at the very end of my finger when I put these shoes on. So hopefully that helps you out. So this is a size 10 and it fits relatively small. But I will say this, once I put the shoe on, I did not feel constricted at all with a size 10. So all the, talk I heard about, the shoe being so small and, feeling all this, I didn't have that at all at a full size up. But I will say, if you go a half size up, it will likely fit exact. So my recommendation is go at least a half size up, and a full size, you'll probably feel, it'll feel like your normal half size up would. So half size up or full size and you'll be fine. I also want to talk about the claws or these teeth on the side or whatever. At a full size up, I don't really feel it as much. Like when you look at this shoe, you would almost think that like, oh, you're probably gonna feel these points here at the end of these teeth or claws. But when you put them on, it feels, in my opinion, similar to any other normal shoe would. You don't feel it at all. Like I thought it would be like this kind of uncomfortable feeling, but I don't feel it at all. So that's good. Yeah, so I think that's about all for sizing. So like I said, half size up or full size up and you should be okay. As far as the overall fit, it fits pretty good. I have no really constricted, feelings or anything about the shoe at all. It feels pretty good. The knit is kind of, forgiving. There's not a lot of padding underneath it, so you don't have it's not pressing down on your toes, so that's pretty good. So the overall fit, in my opinion, is actually, it fits pretty well, but it's just getting used to that overall look. Like this whole, I'm still not a fan of it, but glad to add it to the collection. Yeah, that'll be about all for me, guys. Thank you for watching. Please drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.